Hey there, guys. Here we have our tools from Harbor Freight, and I've always wanted to drive or Forerunner and do some little light off-roading, maybe later on do some real off-roading adventures. And I wouldn't want to go out there, you know, on these adventures without some kind of tool set in the car. Now, I'm not going to do anything crazy at the moment with the tool sets because I'm not really that great with cars, but I heard things kind of shake loose. You gotta fix little things, your skid plate. So I want to have something in the car, um, and some of this might even be excessive for what I'm thinking. But Harbor Freight, one of the reasons why I chose to buy Harbor Freight tools, they are cheap, and that's one of the things that people do criticize them for, is that the tools are just maybe too cheap. Like this set, $9.99 for a full set of metric from 7 to 19 millimeters. Of course, they skip a couple of things there. Most important sizes for Toyotas are 10, 12, and 14. And of course, 17 and 19. And then I found out that one of the wrenches that I already have in the car has the 21s and stuff, like 21 and 22 in metric, so that's great. Now, the nice thing about Harbor Freight is, as you see here, lifetime warranty. I live in New York, and basically, whether I drive to Brooklyn or I drive to Long Island, I'm about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic, to a Harbor Freight. So I was buying some stuff from Amazon. I was trying to keep a certain price point. I will be returning a couple of those things because I realized if I'm going to buy something on the cheaper side, like for instance these Pittsburgh Pros, these are $9.99, and I got a sort of unknown name brand from China that at least these are made in Taiwan, so it's probably or hopefully a slightly better quality. But we've got a couple of tools on Amazon, either from China and Taiwan as well, but those don't come with a lifetime warranty, and it's actually more money than this, so I'll be returning those. Now, biggest thing I've seen from videos, and I see it already, very hard to get some of these out of the packaging. Like, no way for me. I'm gonna have to break these plastic things here and pull them off with multi-tools and whatnot. Really cool thing here, though. I'm gonna take these all out in a second. I did decide to go with a double-headed ratchet, 3/8 on one side and a 1/4 inch on the other, and I wanted to have a little bit of leverage. At first I wanted to get the ratcheting head, but I decided to go with the extended one instead, get a little bit more torque on that. I would say that's about a good 5 to 6 inches of length, so good amount of additional torque. And these 7-inch locking pliers were really affordable, $4.99, and everything that they have is warranted lifetime. You just bring it to the store. A couple of the YouTubers said to keep your receipt, because that's the only way they would honor the warranty. But then they said if you sign up for their sort of notifications, like advertising on your email, and you sign up and not even have to be a member, but if you're in the system, they keep track of all the purchases you make in the store. But I'm going to keep my receipts. So here we have the adjustable wrench set, or crescent set. I wound up buying just 3 because I couldn't really decide between the 8 and the 10. And if you purchase one of them, it would have been $6.99, $5.99, and $4.99. And basically this set is only $12, so the cost of the 6-inch and the 10-inch, you basically get the 8-inch for free. And with the sort of Knipex style, or Knipex, however you want to pronounce it, I decided to go with the 8-inch, although the 10-inch felt much, much better in hand. So I'm going to take these out of their packaging. Um, it's tough, I gotta say, especially for the socket tools there. And I'm going to take them all out, and we'll go over them briefly. So I started to take some of them apart, and then, contrary to one of the videos I saw, it looks like it's not actually as hard. You don't have to break it off, you just got to twist it, and it does. Well, these three came out. There you go. So you just turn it, and most of them come out. This one's not coming out. And then you don't actually have to break it off. There's a space here, so you could pull out these little knobs, whatever you want to call them. So let's see how that does. Once you have it out, it's much easier to twist off. There you go. What's nice about these, at least now that they're brand new, and they're clearly marked in terms of sizing. So chromium, vanadium, marked Pittsburgh, and I think they may get harder and harder to twist off as they get smaller. That might be it. Yeah, it's a little bit tougher to twist off. But yeah, you could just pull them out here. I saw somebody breaking off the little things. There's a little space here you could pop them out of. So I guess you could just keep the stock rack or rail, however you want to call it. I'm trying to figure out if I will. It's a little bit, especially the larger one, it's a little too big for the tool bag that I chose. Maybe. It's also really bulky, but might be a good way. I mean, it's also kind of annoying to have to do this. Imagine if you had to make a repair. So I've decided just to see. This one's not even coming out. Let's see. Yeah, so just yeah, as they get smaller, it gets harder to remove from the little slots here that they're in. All right, guys. So as I'm doing this, by the way, I forgot to mention that everything that I showed earlier is under $100, and I do carry a multi-tool in the car. Matter of fact, two multi-tools. One's just like a generic multi-tool that sits in my get home bag, and then I have the Leatherman Blast, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to bother keeping a bit set on that. That probably will include a different bit set. So this one's not even coming off. So maybe you do need a pair of pliers on these. But yeah, so $9.99, and the cool thing is you could just drop these off at any Harbor Freight. This is horrible. But the warranty is pretty cool in that you can just go to any Harbor Freight, and it doesn't matter which location. You could return the products to any location. So I'll take that off camera. I don't want you guys to have to suffer through that. So they're a little difficult to remove from the packaging. I am inclined to stay with the 8-inch just because of the size is a little bit heavy. Probably a better tool, to be honest, but I wanted to have something more compact. But I'll keep the 10 size wrench that was off the shelves. So probably a very popular size because it seems capable enough, but not overly bulky and heavy. And there's I'm gonna have to weigh these because there is a considerable felt amount of difference in the weight. So let me get back to you guys on that. So there is a good 5 ounces in difference. So this weighed 9.1 ounces and 14.8, so almost 5 ounces. And I have to say that I really like the feel of the 8-inch. I could be wrong on that. It's probably a 10 inches more capable. But I have both. I'll figure it out when I get to it. And then the sort of the knockoff Knipex pliers here. These are 8 inches, and I chose the 8-inch again just because it's more compact, but probably I should have gone with the 10. And it's only a $2 difference in the price, so I wish they made an easier opening package. There we go. And you know, all of these, like the Doyle, they're all again lifetime warranted. So I know that Knipex is the better tool. It is more expensive, but a lot of people really like Knipex. But my thought process was, if I do break any of these, I can easily just replace them. Drop them off at the store, they give you a new one. What I find with Amazon, it's pretty easy to buy something from Amazon and then pretty easy to return. You drop it off or have somebody pick it up. But once the item is past that 30-day return period for Amazon, now you're dealing with the manufacturer. So here we go. Very easy to adjust. Really nice mechanism here, and can accommodate up to 1.5 inch, bolts or nuts. Pretty good. I mean, pretty good feel. I did prefer the feel on in terms of how sturdy the 10-inch was, but I really do like the size of this in terms of the amount of space that I want this to take up in the vehicle. So again, less than $100 for this toolkit, and having something in the vehicle and some peace of mind. I will be learning how to use the tools better, of course, and becoming more efficient and proficient on vehicle maintenance, and that's a goal. So anyway, let me pause the video again and take these out of their little rail here. Very hard to do. Look, I can't even pop anything out, so I don't want you guys to have to suffer through that. Give me a second. So I did want you guys to see how ridiculous the packaging is. I actually have to use 2 pairs of pliers just to kind of pull them apart, and not sure why they did that. So at least we get to use our tools that we just bought. Yeah, very hard to use, and something I hope they would work on in the future. So you can't do it by hand, or at least I can't. There we go. So let me take care of the rest of these, and then we'll move on. So I took all of the sockets out of their really tight, tough packaging, and I am going to put all the sockets in this bright orange tool pouch, and that makes it easier to spot if you were doing repairs in the field and you kind of put it down and misplaced them. Very much easier to find an orange tool pouch, and nice high vis. So we've got this. I might even put an orange cord on this, but bright red's pretty good too. So we've got our sockets here, and then We've got a nice extendable double-headed ratchet. I have a flathead in the car already that came with our Bridgestone emergency car kit, so I'll just put both of them here. These two are highly likely to be upgraded to the 10-inch versions of them. So, but for now, I like the size. Definitely probably will go up in size because I do feel that the 10-inch might be more capable. I'm going to stick with these. And then we've got our wrenches and a cutter. Now I do have that multi-tool in the car and a headlamp, and I just purchased a magnetic light, a small LED light that you could stick on to the car while you're working on something. So here I also have them in the Milwaukee tool bag. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comments are welcome, especially constructive criticism. We do want to get better. For about $100 here, a little over, I guess, because the Milwaukee tool bag does cost about, you know, if they come in a pack of 3, so let's say it's about $8. You do have to spend 22 bucks, $23 just to purchase the set of 3. But yeah, you know, I'm sure a lot of people want to start doing more things with their vehicles, or getting out there into overlanding, camping, and probably should be a little bit more prepared. You know, for the longest time, the only thing I had in our car was just a multi-tool. And so now that I do intend on going a little bit further, deeper into, you know, more off-roading type terrain, and one of my friends also just purchased property by the Finger Lakes, so we'll be spending a little bit more time up there, a little further out, and gets a little bit more snow up there, so it's good to have things that you need. Now, if I don't have any intention at the moment of carrying standard sized sockets, so might be something, a conversation for the future. I know some people just want to be a good Samaritan and they want to have both. That's something I'm considering as well, you know, especially considering the fact that I could fit an entire socket set in here. Now I won't be carrying wrenches as well, but we'll see. But for now, I'm planning to stick with Toyotas for the foreseeable future. So that's why I'm sticking with the metric, at least for my personal kit. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you all later.